No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to Smack It Raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet, the Smackin It Raw podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting award, Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-host this evening because I think Vince quit. Honestly, he said he was going to be gone last week. He didn't say he was going to be gone this week, but I don't know where the fuck he's at. So, I'm here with my co-host. She's host of the She League Showcase, Inside the Mind Up, In the Crowd, and Storytime with Ms. Katie Kinsey, baby.
What up, fam?
Also getting off.
Getting off. Yeah.
Back next week.
Yes, I have one thing written so far. So I was like, oh, shit, I got to do that part, huh?
That is a thing we do.
That is a thing we are doing.
If you guys are watching us live, I want to thank you for checking us out live at twitch.tv/creationworld. I got the getting off banners up. There we go. Where if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have Prime Gaming. If you have Prime Gaming, you link that to your Twitch account. You get a free sub every month. Costs you absolutely nothing. Give that to us. Give it to Katie. Give it to our friends over at Rivet City Radio. Give it to your favorite Twitch streamer. Just don't let it go to waste. Every month, go in, use your sub, click that use Prime sub thing. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps support us or any of your favorite Twitch streamers. It helps support content creators, and that's really what you want to do. But let's be honest, I should be your favorite fucking... I should. I really should. It is what it is. You guys can also check us out at youtube.com/creationworld, where... it is free to like, to subscribe, to comment. Katie, what does that do?
Boost the algorithm, helps find new listeners. What the fuck was that sigh for?
I literally just got done doing a podcast, and now I'm doing this one because I had to do If You Have to Ask right before this.
Yeah, I know. I saw because I was like, oh, okay. So I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
Just stopped it and said hi. But Katie, why is it important?
Because you're a whore.
That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. I am a whore for your likes, for your comments, for your views, for your entertainment. And I'd like to think I'm pretty fucking good at this. Like, I had a little crisis of should I keep doing this or not, but like everyone came and they're like, no, Matt, we listen. The five of us listen and we like the show and we think you're great. And I appreciate that. But I really am. I really am good at this, and you should be enjoying what you get from us. And then not only that, but you should tell everyone you know about how much fun you have listening to the show and what we do around here. And if that is the case, help us grow our audience, help us grow our views, help us achieve some goals. I would appreciate that. The only way to do that is to whore me out like the whore that I am, spread me around, let everyone know about me, and flick that bean. Get notified every time I go live, whether it is every Thursday for the Creation Conversation at noon. By flicking the bean, I mean hit that notification bell. Noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Every Saturday, right now, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern for Smackin It Raw. Every other Sunday for Getting Off at 11 p.m. Currently, roughly 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern, at least for the next few weeks, because we also have hashtag Them Dragons. House of the Dragon. The Hot D is back. I didn't fuck it up this week. I fucked it up on Creation Conversation, but that's not important. The Hot D is back, and House of the Dragon is back. We're back doing our thing. So we will be live with Getting Off every other week, immediately following House of the Dragon. But you get House of the Dragon this Sunday. You get House of the Dragon next Sunday, and then Getting Off right after. So come check it out and enjoy all of the content that we have for you. And with all of that said, Katie,
breathe.
It's newsy time.
That's
no, it's newsy time. I said what I said. No. It's newsy time.
No. Wait a minute. I'm not Travis. What do you mean? That's not how this works. Yeah. Okay. So, quite a bit happened. Indianapolis is getting Royal Rumble next year. A SummerSlam potentially next year. Who knows? Since we don't know where it is yet. And a WrestleMania. Boom, boom, boom. Which good for y'all, I guess.
I mean, it's not that far away, so I'm not complaining. It's not. It's kind of right between us. Like,
I've never been to Indianapolis. I don't know how far it is.
I feel like it's kind of like right in the middle of you and I. It might be a little farther for you than it is for me, but it's roughly in the middle.
Probably further for me. Everything's far for me. It sucks. Shouldn't take me 5.5, 6 hours to get across my state. I'm just saying. It's bullshit. It's stupid. Oh, yeah. So that all happened. And then 2 things back to back kind of happened. Pat McAfee announced that his father-in-law passed away unexpectedly, and that's why he missed Raw. Even though everyone kind of speculated the Wyatt 6 thing. This is obviously before Pat came out and said everything, because they were in Indianapolis, and the Wyatt 6 were doing things on Pat's show, so people obviously speculate because the internet's crazy. But then Pat came out and said that. And then the same day, if not the day after, Roman's dad, one half of the Wild Samoans, Sika Anawai, also passed away. And listen, I don't like when they do the tributes on SmackDown and shit. I don't like it. They make me sad.
It says they come in 3s, so
yeah. I mean, celebrities. There's been a ton. None are on my deck.
None are on our lists.
No, unexpected ones. Martin Mull. Like, I was just watching Roxanne at work the other day, and then they announced that. I was like, what the fuck? Leon, no. It's very sad. Yeah, so those all happened. Yeah. But then you get, like, the complete opposite. You get Rhea and Buddy finally getting married. I think it's adorable.
So jealous.
Very jealous of
Buddy Murphy is a handsome man. I'm so mad he's off the market.
He's a very handsome ginger man.
It's Rhea.
It's both. It's both.
Yeah.
It's both, but it's mainly Rhea. But like, she looked absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And also weird fans posting some of the pictures from the wedding before she even posted them. Not okay, people. You all need to respect privacy. I don't like it. Yeah. So congrats to them. Love that. Very happy for both. Can't wait for Rhea to come back and beat some heathens down. Oh, Timmy. That's us.
Adam Cole and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, right here. Whatever. She's not facing the right way. I gotta move her. Because I was trying to pick up Adam Cole last week, but then she was gonna fall if I did. So
Bray Wyatt and Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're getting there. We're on the right track. Dominic Dijakovic. Dijak. Gone. He's no longer with WWE. He said, gotta go. He was called up in the draft, not utilized, not a thing. Very much like Odyssey Jones, except Odyssey Jones is still there, doing what, who knows. But yeah, Dijak's gone. And I saw a lot of people tweeting that he should sign with TNA and then just show up again on NXT because they're doing like a partnership.
So
why not?
He sent out a whole message saying basically that they refused to negotiate a new contract with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then just let him go. They stonewalled him. So a lot of people supporting him. I always say, support these wrestlers regardless of where they go if you are a fan. Yeah. I was not. I'm not.
Which is like Did you like any of the stuff he did with Keith Lee or no? Listen, the very much possibly somewhat racist cop gimmick I didn't like.
No, let's back up. Did he have banger matches with Keith Lee? Absolutely.
100%.
Okay. Again, I'm not a person who's like, oh, because you could have good matches with one guy. I love you and you're great. No, the gimmick, the feast your eye, it was lame as fuck. Everything about him but what he did in the ring with one person outside of the most recent takeover match that he had, or not takeover, but NXT
it's always
PLE match that he had. Yeah, it'll be forever takeover. Like,
always
he didn't really blow my skirt up. I'm not saying I hated the guy or anything. He didn't do it for me personally. And that's not saying that he's not someone. There's plenty of wrestlers out there that people fucking love that are not my cup of tea, and plenty of wrestlers I love that aren't people's cups of tea. That's fine. If you are a Dijak fan, follow him where he goes, support him, whether it is out on the indies, whether it is in New Japan, whether it is in AEW, whether it is in TNA, MLW, whatever. Support this man if you are a fan of him. Me personally, I was not. Does that mean that I want to see a guy lose his job? Absolutely not. That's a terrible take from fans who are like, oh, well, he was boring. Good as like, no, you never want to see someone go. You want to see them find a way to entertain you, right? Like, and he said he was pitching stuff left and right. They just had nothing for him. Supposedly Brooks is signing with TNA. My understanding is Brooks is still signed with NXT, and this is a whole thing, but maybe him signing with TNA is part of the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very intrigued by what they're doing with Brooks.
There's also just, listen, with this NXT prohibited portal, whatever the fuck we're calling it, NXT superstars are showing up in TNA. Izzy Dame showed up at a taping. Baby Regal and friends showed up at a taping.
I would have been so excited when I watched TNA next week and saw that shit happen. And then Bakley was there and he sent me the stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. Now I know what I have to look forward to. But like, would have been way cooler to just experience that.
Yeah. That's also the problem with TNA because they batch record everything.
I don't have much to talk about. There wasn't a lot I enjoyed from this week's TNA. There wasn't anything I didn't enjoy. Like, there wasn't anything I was like, oh, this sucks. It's terrible. I hate it. Spit. But there wasn't really anything outside of like one thing that kind of sort of blew my skirt up. So I don't have a lot of TNA this week.
Should we keep a blow your skirt up tally for this episode? Because you're 2 already. 12 minutes in.
Hey, float my boat. It all floats down here. Something like that. Anyway, I hate to see Dijak lose his job. Hopefully he finds success other places. We've seen plenty of wrestlers who did not work out in the WWE system go on to find great success other places, whether it's AEW or out on the indies. Look at Matt Cardona and everything he's doing, living his best life while being in a relationship with a woman who qualified for Money in the Bank, which we're going to talk about. You know, they're just having fun. So best of wishes to Dijak. It sucks. This is a lot of wrestlers' dreams, whether we as fans want to agree with that or believe it or whatever, or because there's so many fucking negative people on the internet. I hate it so much. But if this was his dream and he didn't get to do everything he wanted to do, that is very sad and it sucks.
Yeah. Last thing, WWE is partnering with Manchester City for exclusive merchandise. I believe it's already up, or most of them are already up on the shop. Mainly about like the soccer football teams that they have over there. Punk has a shirt, Roman, Becky, Stone Cold, and then the jerseys, I believe, for Manchester City that they're going to be wearing will have a WWE logo on them, just like a brand deal type thing. Like Pittsburgh Pirates have sheets on their jerseys now, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, woohoo, soccer.
Yeah, cool. I'm not a soccer guy. I'm not.
Not a soccer.
But I mean, listen, football fans got football titles. NBA fans got NBA titles, right? Or did they do the NBA?
Hockey, football, baseball all have titles, and basketball.
So yeah, let the soccer. You know, let soccer fans have them. Why the fuck not?
Fuck around, yeah. Soccer.
That's all, though.
That's all.
All right. Well, rest in peace to the families of Pat McAfee and, well, not rest in peace to the family of Pat McAfee, but our condolences to Pat McAfee's family for his father-in-law, as well as the family of Roman Reigns and Sika and all of that, you know.
Yeah.
You hate to lose somebody regardless of how old they are. Never enough time. Never enough time. But with all of that said, it is time for Spit or Swallow, because Katie is that's what I call you when you hate on my Hawk Tua. Made me promise I wouldn't do that this week, so we're not doing that this week.
Stupid.
It's not stupid. It's
Shut up.
It's good advice. Anyway, Katie, Spit or Swallow.
Stupid. I'm gonna swallow Braun Breaker. Kaiser roll. Sheamus coming out of nowhere. Knee and Kaiser right in the fucking face. By God. Nasty. But I appreciate how pissed off Braun Breaker is. He's just trying to have matches, do his thing. He wasn't in the King of the Ring. He wasn't in Money in the Bank. Now he wants to take the title off Sammy and end him, which I'm not opposed to. Braun Breaker, do your thing. Please. Fingers crossed. But I like this. I like that it's the four of them. Sammy's kind of just there. It's not really him. It's Braun, it's Sheamus, it's Kaiser. They're doing the thing, and Sammy's just standing there with a title that he shouldn't have. I'm still mad.
We'll talk about Chad. Chad got what Chad deserved. I agree. Sheamus kicked Kaiser's head off. Kaiser got rolled another week in a row. Braun takes out Sheamus for fucking up his match. Then he's in the back. He's losing the shit out of Adam Pearce about how he just wants an opportunity and how the fuck is he supposed to prove himself if he can't win a match because all this shit keeps happening. And Sammy's like, listen, if you want a match against me, name the time and the place. And that time and place is Money in the Bank. So
next week.
I'm down. Let me get my TNA thing out of the way. I'm swallowing Jordan Grace, beating up top flight security of the world, Craig. So I'm sorry. Ash by Elegance shows up. She's got security with her, like two dudes, to protect her from Jordan Grace. They go in, and Jordan Grace fucks up her security because she says that she needs security and blah, 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 because Jordan Grace is too violent and too dangerous, which facts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
No, all about that. Enjoyed that. That was the thing I enjoyed the most. Like I said, I haven't been watching TNA as consistently, so the system stuff isn't hitting for me yet. But I do really enjoy Jordan Grace. And there was nothing else. Like, yeah, there was good wrestling and stuff, but again, that I'm in it for the storylines. I'm trying to figure out where I'm invested and try and get invested in some of the stories that are going on. So until that happens, it might be a little hit or miss.
That's okay. Jordan Grace is a powerhouse. She's a juggernaut. She's incredible.
She brought me to TNA.
I actually should. If anyone could bring you to TNA, it would be her. 100%.
Katie, spit or swallow?
I mean, brought up Chad Gable. Let's talk about Chad Gable.
Oh,
I'm swallowing everything Chad Gable.
You want to talk about a little bitch?
Hey! What? Man's...
No. We're not. No, you know what? We're doing this, Katie. No, we're doing this, all right? Man showed up scared for his fucking life.
Because he almost died last week.
Wimped the fuck out after the match and ran back to the people he has been abusing for months. Being like, guys, I'm really sorry and I love you and you're my family and I hope you guys can take me back and accept my apology. Because now he needs protection, which is the only reason why.
Almost died. Man saw the light for a brief second, but that doesn't fucking matter because he was talking to the Creeds and Ivy Nile after the fact, like I fucking told you. Ivy was standing right there.
he got with them like a little bitch. He crawled back to Otis and them first. Again, I love Chad Gable, the person. I love the Chad Gable that we had prior to this gimmick. This man is not a man I can support.
I support Chad Gable.
This abuse, and fuck Maxine too for being like, I'll talk to Otis. No, dude, he was meaner to you than he was to anyone else. Tell him to suck your fat one and move the fuck on.
Ew.
Like,
relax.
maybe she has a fat clit. You never know.
What is wrong with you?
A lot.
Fair. But, I mean, okay, fine. Backstage, whatever the fuck aside, Chad is going to Money in the Bank. He's a zombie now, possibly. So, like, zombie in the bank. He said master in the bank, but, like, that doesn't work for me, man. I really like Gable in the bank. But do what you gotta do. I completely understand. But Chad won. And that's I was saying it before he potentially got offed on last week. I was like, Chad Gable's gonna be in Money in the Bank, and he's the potential win. We could potentially see Wyatt 6 shenanigans happen in Money in the Bank now. Because he's in there.
Creeds are sloppy seconds.
Ew. No.
All I'm saying is I understand the Wyatt 6. I understand what they're doing. I'm about it. He deserves it. He has been a bad human being who is getting his just desserts. And don't get me wrong. Did he deserve to snap on Sammy? Absolutely. That is justified. That's not where my issue is. It's the way he treated Tozawa, Maxine, and Otis that my issue becomes. That is where the problem is. Now, with the Wyatt 6, our girl Nikki, Sister Abigail, Fog hits the ring. She crawls in doing her ring girl impression. Chad shits his pants.
I'm not going to be taking much more slander of Jay Gable.
He did shit his pants.
I mean, wouldn't you?
All I know is she handed commentary a 1990s porno VHS, probably the Paris. No, actually, it was probably the Tommy Lee and Pamela sex tape. They played it. It was dubbed over by Bo and Uncle Howdy. Howdy's doing the dead brother therapy thing where, you know, how did you feel when your brother died? You know, back and forth. Like Uncle Howdy, who is a persona of Bo, talking to Bo, asking him questions, going back and forth. Was really interesting and also kind of addressing the trolls. There was a little shot in there about honoring his brother's legacy and not exploiting his brother's legacy, which is something I said to you guys last week. So again, I enjoyed all of this. Bo Dallas is fucking fantastic. He's killing this role. They're doing really cool things. It's little shit. It's nothing major or overarching, but it's keeping me invested and engaged. I can't wait to see what they do next. I was hoping to see it trickle over to NXT or SmackDown a little bit, but, you know, it is what it is. It's on Raw. I'm not going to get too impatient, but SmackDown's got its own shit going on. I guess it doesn't need it. SmackDown's also got shit going on.
SmackDown had police and security guards. We'll get there. But it was cool with the Bo Howdy stuff that they were sitting inside the funhouse. It was very dark, but you could tell in the background, which that was like where Bray would go for all of this stuff. So like it's very interesting that they are using that as well. Mm-hmm. So I like where it's going. I was glued to my TV during that segment. I was like, what is this? I'm very intrigued. And I didn't look away. Nothing else had my attention for that like 5 minutes of that VHS that people probably don't even, some children didn't even know what the fuck that was.
Me and Trad, at the beginning of Return to Wrestling, we explained to people what a video store is, kids. And a video store is where you go and rent VHSs. And VHSs existed before Blu-ray and digital on demand. It was a little black square. I actually have, it's a light, but it's a Halloween VHS back there that I can turn on and it lights up. It's like a night light. I have that. I don't have a VCR.
I need a VCR. I have so many old like wrestling VHS that I want to watch. I'm just like, I don't have one. So it sucks.
Yeah. All right. Let's get spitting.
Okay.
You see this right here? See this? My daughter made me this. And now it says I love Matt because my daughter loves me and she made it for me. CM Punk had a fan make him something very similar with his colors. It had his dog's name, Larry, and his wife's name, AJ, something that meant a lot to him. And we found out that's what Drew stole from CM Punk.
Yeah.
I am spitting the Scottish psychopath, the Scottish kleptomaniac, who not only assaulted a man and then robbed him and walked out with all the white privilege because not a cop tried to stop him, even though it was all clear there was supposed to be a whole bunch of security. Then he puts the bracelet on and says he had Punk's family in his corner now. Like, he co-opted Larry and AJ. He's like, I'm wearing your bracelet. They're mine now. Now they're supporting me. What about your wife? You know, I know she's watched you lose a few times and maybe she doesn't have all the confidence in the world in you, but like, you don't just go take another man's wife and dog and just put them in your corner.
He did.
And with them, he's going to win Money in the Bank. Then he's going to win the title. And that he's been telling us how awful CM Punk is and no one listened to him. Now, me personally, I think CM Punk has been fantastic since he's been back. I think he's been great. I see him, you know, schmoozing it up, talking to, you know, the younger kids and helping them along, mostly the women, neither here nor there. But, you know, hey, we support women's wrestling. Punk supports women's wrestling. It is what it is. But yeah, no, Scottish klepto robbing CM Punk of that piece of jewelry made by a fan breaks my heart.
Jesus. I think it's hey, listen, Drew has a lot of anger in the not correct places. So stealing the bracelet, which like you could tell that's what he took last week. Like he wasn't.
I saw him take something, but I didn't know what the fuck it was because he like took it out of Punk's hand. But then he like displayed it like this, and then he put it on his wrist, and he told the whole story. And it's like, you're not supposed to snitch on yourself. After you rob a motherfucker, you don't go on TV and tell people about how you robbed him. You don't see people snatching gold chains out in the streets and then going on live TV and being like, I snatched this motherfucker's gold chain.
He robbed people. He robbed Phil in front of however many people were there, and thousands of people on live television. We all watched him steal.
If I could have got down from the 200 section in time.
Take it fucking easy over there. I love the, and I've been saying it for a while, like the on-site, the pettiness between the two of them has been so funny. And now it's like, now we've ramped it up. Punk flew across a globe to cost Drew McIntyre a title. And then Drew supposedly quit, showed up in Punk's hometown,
What's going on?
ended him, laid his carcass on the front of the stage, and stole his property. What happens next? I don't know. Hell in a Cell.
Let's analyze this, right?
Okay.
CM Punk came back.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre. CM Punk did, in a way, what Drew McIntyre also did, right? Like, he went away for a little while, he came back, blah, blah, blah. It took CM Punk a lot longer. He said a lot of bad things about the company, neither here nor there. Like, Drew went away, did whatever he did, got really big and fucking buff, came back, new Drew McIntyre. Beautiful, right.
Yes.
He gets all jealous that CM Punk comes back and people are opening the door for him and all happy and this and that, and then intentionally goes out and injures this man in the Royal Rumble and takes him out.
I mean, I don't think it was intentional.
He prayed for it to happen. It was intentional.
Prayers don't always get answered.
Prayers don't always get answered, but you try. He prayed for that shit. He went for it, and it happened. Is what I'm saying, right? Like, he shot a shot, and he got what he wanted. So we're gonna call it intentional.
Sure.
Intentional.
Okay. For your
So he does
narrative.
that. He does that. Right. So CM Punk claps back. Right. Who can blame him? Like, this man injured you, so you come back. Plus, after he did it, he came out and he talked a lot of shit. And then after the first time and the second time CM Punk caused some issues for him, he kept talking shit. Right?
Yeah.
He asked for it over and over and over again. Like, and he kept getting what he was asking for. And then he got madder and madder and madder. And then he shows up in Chicago in front of CM Punk and God and everyone else and beats that man to death. God lives in Chicago. I don't know if you knew this. Beats that man to near death, robs him, leaves him laying in front of all of his fans and his hometown crowd, except for the guy in the yellow shirt that was sitting in front of me and his friend.
Yes, of course.
What did he expect?
I mean, when you have so much animosity towards someone, you will do whatever. I'm not talking from personal experience, I swear. You will do anything and everything to make their life a living hell, and vice versa, because that's just how it becomes. So, Punk going to Scotland was definitely the straw that broke the camel's back. That was already like teeter-tottering on sanity. Showed up. Drew has no conscience. He hasn't from the jump, but now it's just like vanished completely. I don't know. I want a 3 stages of hell match. If we're gonna do this thing, let's end it right. 3 stages of hell.
I don't know why Travis gave me the middle finger on Twitter, but he did. So
What?
Oh, he went to the Twitter feed and then got in the comments and went. So right back at you, Travis.
That's great.
Drew's in the wrong here. Katie, spit or swallow.
Everybody's always in the wrong. It's just how it is.
Not everybody. I'm always
everybody. No, you're not.
Name one time.
Off the top, you can't do that. We're doing the show.
Don't throw out baseless accusations if you can't back them up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm in no mood for your accusations right now.
Never been wrong, and I've never given bad advice. Something good has come out of every bit of advice I've given you as your mentor.
That's my mentor. Where do I want to go? I'm gonna swallow Ariana Grace and Sol Ruka from NXT.
I'm down.
Ariana's fantastic. We love her. Sol Ruka's one of my favorite people of all time right now. A few mishaps here and there, just a little slippery, which happens. She's been wrestling 2 years.
Yeah, they're still a little green.
2 years, and the 8 months of that, something like that, was out for a knee injury. And I feel like they're great. Same thing with Ariana. Like, they're both relatively new, and they both have had serious time taken away for knee injuries. So, I think this is a pretty damn good match for
all things considered.
Everything aside. Yeah. And I just love the Soul Snatcher. It's so pretty.
It really is. Also, shout out to Ariana Grace because it is her birthday. And she posted pictures of herself in a bathtub to celebrate her birthday, which is on the thumbnail for this episode. So, shout out. Happy birthday,
for the
Ariana. For us Italians. From one Italian to the daughter of another Italian. Happy birthday.
It's still so weird that Santino's her dad.
Right? And running TNA.
Yeah, right, I have a lot of questions.
You ready?
Uh-oh.
I am swallowing Liv fucking Morgan all day long. Listen, Katie.
I'm listening. The headphone is in. I'm listening.
She is buying the boys PS5s, chicken nugget platters,
which they were dry as hell chicken nuggets, might I add. Anyways,
listen, I don't know if she sent sauces or not. That's on Dom. Maybe
I did not see a sauce. I did not see a single sauce.
Maybe Dom likes his chicken nuggets dry. Who knows?
That is false. He doesn't. He has said in interviews he likes ketchup.
Well, I'm sure the arena has ketchup. Name an arena that doesn't carry ketchup. He could have got ketchup. That's on him. Anyway, she's buying PS5s. She's getting chicken nugget platters. She's fucking sending nudes. Bing, bang, boom. Boy's got a PS5. My guy's belly's full. And here's some nudes.
I think I tweeted, I was like, I know that face when you send something unexpectedly.
That's cool.
I was like, that's factual. I'll give him that. That's definitely what she sent. Heathen.
He's sending nudes, nuggets, and PS5s. Like, what more can you ask for? That is not gross. She is down. All right. She is tears. All right. Now I will say, shame on Dom. Yeah, right back at you. Shame on Dom, because listen, when you receive a nude from a female, you do not show them to the boys. You do not show them to the. Listen, I was 20 something sometime. I understand you fuck up. Players fuck up, right? You don't show them to the boys. You keep those to yourself.
You're showing your boys on live TV.
You don't.
Shame.
She didn't seem to have a problem with it, so good on you. But like, no, you don't. You don't without consent. If she doesn't say it's cool, you can show it around. Like if that's not in the text, yeah, show the boys. You don't show that around. Maybe she did. Maybe we don't know. We didn't get to read the text. I didn't get to see the pictures. Dom, where was that on Instagram or Twitter? Twitter will allow it. Where's the Twitter post? Anyway, Vince is your boy. I'm Vince's boy. We're boys by osmosis, I guess. Maybe a little bit. I know I've talked a lot of shit. But anyway, then she's out here calling him Daddy Dom and promising to give him one more surprise in front of everyone. And my first thought, live sex celebration.
That's what everybody's fucking thought was.
He's going to hawk Tua right there in the middle of the ring.
Enough.
She did it on the belt. It's relevant. That's not me just throwing it in there to throw it in there. It was a thing. She did it. All right? Yeah, boys by proxy. Thank you, Travis. Boys by proxy.
Travis has hit all three platforms.
And then, listen, I love Zelina Vega. I love the man that Zelina Vega married. She is hating, but now we know why. She's hating because she wants that belt. Fair. She comes out, she calls Dom Dirty D, says that he's Rhea's sloppy seconds, not false, but around here we don't discriminate on sloppy seconds or thirds or fourths. Like it is what it is. Do your thing. And she wants a title shot tonight. She even does. I don't know if you heard it, but the way she did it, she did her AJ impression from Fighting with My Family. Mm-hmm. When she comes out and she does the whole AJ tonight thing, exact like repetition of when she was doing AJ. Sounded just like it. I heard it and I'm like, I love that fucking movie and I caught that. Shout out to you, Zelina. Dom's lying. Dom's a fucking liar. He comes out and he's like, I didn't like the gifts. That's a lie. Your boys love the PS5. We saw the look on your face. You were eating those fucking nuggets. You were eating them. Don't fucking lie. We saw the look on your face when you looked at that. Anyway, tells Zelina that if she wants a title shot, he wants to help, but then Zelina declines his help and then gets jumped by Liv. Then Rey Mysterio comes out and puts hands on Dom's side piece.
Dom's side piece.
Well, he's married, and then he's got mommy.
No, I'm still. We'll get to it.
And she's well aware of all of these facts, and she's still into him. So yes, Dom's side piece. She's going after him. So Daddy comes out and puts hands on his side piece and gets what he fucking deserves. Because why the fuck are you out there? Let the women handle their business. Ray, you got no business being out there. Dom didn't touch Zelina. Dom sat back and was letting shit happen. Let the girls fight. Let them handle their shit. Ray got involved for no fucking reason. Am I wrong?
I don't defend Ray often, but when someone in your group is getting attacked, you're going to come in and try and help. Whether Dom interfered or not, that's family. Dom, he's disowned Dom for years at this point now. Zelina's family now.
So stay the fuck out of it. If she's going to turn her back on you too, just like everyone else.
That's egregious. But I think Zelina, unless Andrade pull some shady shit eventually down the line and Zelina goes with him, possible, but right now I don't see that.
Now, Dom fucked up though, right? Because we're not going to pretend like Liv isn't a little obsessive, a little off her rocker with this shit, right? Like we're not gonna pretend like
That's
she's
just
all
crazy.
there. Yeah, no, like she's missing a couple of screws and bolts. It is what it is. About this whole Liv revenge tour thing. But when she sees Dom grab and put hands on Ray, she thinks he's defending her. So now she thinks this is it. And she's
You're
like,
my
I'm going to
hero.
do. But again, gifts, right? Like, I don't care if she's crazy or not. She is down for the cause because then she goes and she talks to R-Truth. And R-Truth is like, I want to do something nice for Tom and Nick Mysterio, right? One of them went that way. I want to do something nice. So she's like, you know what would be really nice? Get Finn and JD a tag team title shot tonight. That is for the boys. That's not even for him.
That is manipulation tactic at its finest. You don't do that to one of the purest human beings of all time, R-Truth. He thought she was Carmella. This shouldn't matter.
That is that's on truth. It is what it is. Miz, who's been doing commentary all night, sees what the fuck's going on, gets up and bails on commentary. He's like, I got to go take care of some shit now because Truth is just handing out title shots. I got to stop this shit. He doesn't. Liv gets caught. It has been established on Return to Wrestling that Ray is not Rasa. Yes, no, Ray is not Rasa. So, about that life, essentially.
Oh, I was like, I don't know what that means. I think I might.
Anyway, Liv gets caught by Damian Priest walking out of the locker room. The only one that's in there is Finn. It looks a little suspicious, but she was just coming in to be like, hey, I got you guys a tag team title shot, all right?
No.
I didn't see Finn pack. Listen, we know Finn's packing. We've seen the Moose Knuckle, right?
Bring it back.
That's not something that you just put back away real quick before somebody comes through the door.
No.
You can't just tuck that shit.
Well, true. But, I mean, whatever. Finn took the hotel room key. Finn and Liv have been making eyes at each other in the background. You see it. Finn and Liv originally teamed up against the original formation of the Judgment Day. The look Liv gave Finn at the end of that match, before what happened, Dom's side piece. That's why I said
no, because here's what's going on, right?
Because it's $10.
They have history. They do have history, but she's like, Finn, I need you to put in a good word for Dom for me. That's what she's doing. She's getting on Finn's good side. Finn
has cock blocked how many times?
Which is why she's doing what she's doing. And she helped them win the tag team titles. And now she's like, all right, I need to get in. Help me in. Open up that door. Maybe she's trying to talk him into like blocking Priest. And he did. He's like, listen, say what you want about her, but she got us a tag team title shot. And now we got tag team title. We are the tag team champions. The Truth is no longer awesome.
Crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm not swallowing. I'm not swallowing Dom. I'm swallowing Liv. Liv is down for the cause. All right. Regardless of if I approve of the cause or not, she's doing all the right things. That's someone I want on my side. All right.
Liv is fucking Delulu.
Not while I'm with Kate, because Kate will literally fucking murder her. But
no, she's fucking batshit crazy.
We've got a single friend. We got Tommy. Look, we'll hook you up with Tommy. Just send me PS5s and chicken nuggets. Like, give me tag team title shots. I'll get you in with Tommy.
How does what?
I'm just saying. I want to be Finn or JD. I'm not trying to be Dom because Kate will murder Liv if I was Dom. That was what I was getting at. I'm just trying to be on the peripheral. Anyway, Katie, unless you have any more thoughts on how awesome Liv Morgan is, spit or swallow.
Liv's a fucking succubus. She needs to go back to hell where she belongs.
Emphasis on the suck.
I will let you do a show solo if you don't stop.
We're done. We're moving on. Mid Morgan.
We're done. We're moving on.
She can be mid. Nobody that Hawk Tua's is mid.
No, I'm gonna move on to Mina, Toni, and Mariah.
Oh, we're just talking about all. Okay.
My lesbian ambiguousness trio that's happening on AEW. They had a match. They won their match. Mariah gets the champagne, to celebrate, because that's what her and Mina do. And she hands, one glass to Mina, one glass to Toni. She's like, cheers. Because Mariah's trying to be middleman. She loves both her ladies for different reasons. Or rightfully so.
So Mariah can do it, but anyway.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Because Mariah at least is friends with, or friends, depending on how you look at it, with both. She just got put in the middle of that situation. She didn't choose to be in the middle.
Neither did Dom.
Shut up. Stop it. God fucking damn it, Matt. Anyways, Mina gets the bottle of champagne and supposedly was going to hit Toni. Toni turns around, moves, boom, glass on Mariah. And then on Collision, Toni got a very nice promo, barefoot, standing on glass, talking about Forbidden Door, which, again, I'm not going to pay $50 for one match that I really want to see, which is that. One of, like, a very impassioned promo that, like, yeah, we've seen Toni do these, like, the black and white things and, like, kind of give him some passion here and there, but this was, like, straight up, you hurt her baby, Mina. Toni will end you now. But, like, now I don't know.
I love that this feud is for the title, but it's not about the title.
It's about Mariah.
It's about Mariah, which is honestly gold. Fair. So, like,
yeah. I don't.
Belt or Mariah?
Both. Mariah. Belt on Mariah.
Personally, Mia for me, but.
So, like, this is where it gets, I don't know for me, because Mariah has her Owen Cup match at Forbidden Door before Toni and Mina. Like, what happens per se if Mariah chooses Mina and then Mariah goes on to win the Owen, which is what a lot of people want anyways, and then we get Toni and Mariah at All In. Like,
see, that's all right. I want Mina Shirakawa to beat Toni Storm.
And
for multiple reasons.
Okay.
Well, so somebody recently pointed.
Hold
on. Somebody recently pointed out that they put an ROH title on a non-AEW employee or a Ring of Honor employee. The TV title
just happened, yeah.
And they did. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. I was arguing that this is something that if you're going to do these partnerships, instead of being selfish and going to other companies and taking theirs and then putting their belts on TV, you should also do this. And they have had this working relationship with Mina. I think this is, if there's ever a story to do it, this is the one to fucking do it, because then we have to see if Mina Shirakawa really cared about Mariah or if she was just using this as a way to get to Toni and get that title by playing Mariah. And that is a far better story than I feel like Mina turning Mariah on Toni down the road once we get to All In. Personally, because then we've got Toni, having to deal with, do I want Mariah to go win that belt or do I want my belt back? Because one thing we know about Toni Storm, she does love Mariah, but she is also a very selfish woman and she is all about that belt. What does she love more, Mariah or the belt?
Well, I mean, she cared very much about Mariah on Wednesday.
She did.
After she was viciously attacked.
She was still champion.
Listen, we know Tony Khan is not. He's a selfish man. I will be 100% thoroughly shocked if they take the belt off Toni tomorrow. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but, like, it's what they do. He doesn't care about Ring of Honor, clearly, because You have Athena, who's injured for 8 to 12 months, but isn't relinquishing her title.
You know what irks me a little bit about this, just a little bit, is, and don't get me wrong, I was a fucking fan, but the fact that all of this got overshadowed by a screenshot of Anna Jay's ass in the 6-woman trios match, or in the trios match, which Anna Jay has a fantastic ass. Beautiful. Fantastic. I'm not mad about it. But like, all we complain about, I personally say that, you know, storytelling is important, and this is one of like the few things that they're doing storytelling wise that really has my interest in what I care about. So I hate to see all of this good storytelling being ignored on the internet for a screenshot of Anna Jay's ass, which was all over my timeline. And maybe it's just because of me and my algorithm, but like, that's all anyone seemed to care about was Anna Jay's butt. And I get it, but also, this is good. Like, this is good shit.
It's probably a lot to do with your algorithm because it's you, but I don't know. I'm just really sick of everyone saying, and Tony Khan specifically too, that they have the best women's division right now. You have a very good women's division. You don't utilize them properly in any way, shape, or form. You have multiple women's storylines going on right now, but you don't do it properly. So don't sit there and say that you have the best women's division on TV when you don't.
Fair.
It's just, it's so annoying.
All right. So I only caught one thing from Collision, and it wasn't what you talked about, unfortunately. So I might have to go back and watch that. Because my best friend's coming over tomorrow, so we were like frantically cleaning the house. I got Zoe down, I had to do that, and then I had to get ready to record the podcast prior to this. Off top of me, just tired of them saying where the best wrestle.
I'm also sick of that because they bring it up in every promo they can.
Fan of where the breasts wrestle.
Yeah, but that's not what they're saying anymore.
I am so sad that Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata, who I have grown to love as a little trio, are wasted on this Jericho shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on, right? Like, I don't know. Is Jericho having a match with Minoru Suzuki because he's like, I found a partner, and then Minoru's like, I want to fight you one-on-one, and fuck you, Chris Jericho, which, like, shout out to Murder Grandpa, because but then on Collision, shit's happening, people are getting beat down, and out comes motherfucking Children of the Corn himself, Jeff Cobb. He should start a faction and call them Children of the Corn because he is Jeff Cobb. And they should come out to Corn. Neither here nor there. Which Jeff Cobb, Samoa Joe, I'm about that shit. One-on-one.
You meant slapping me.
Not in a trios match. Not involving Jericho. None of that bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's going to be the trios match. I'm guessing we're not getting Suzuki versus, which fine, good. I don't want a singles Jericho match against Minoru Suzuki. I really don't. But also, I just don't want Jericho in this at all. So everything Jericho is a spit. However, I hate to say it, due to Chris Jericho, we have gotten this really cool trios in Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata. I did get to see Samoa Joe and Jeff Cobb go face-to-face, toe-to-toe. Jeff Cobb and Samoa Joe, toe-to-toe. And Jeff Cobb walked away standing, which not a lot of dudes do when they go toe-to-toe with Samoa Joe. So.
Said so many. It all rhymed.
It does.
No, I hate the fact that I just buy Jericho as a human being, as a wrestler. I just don't like anything he's doing. We get so close every month because they basically have a pay-per-view every month now. We get so close to no Jericho match, and then he somehow ends up on the card. I was like, oh my god, cool. Forbidden Door, no Jericho? Okay. And then they were like, oh, maybe Jericho and Suzuki. No, let's give him a trios match. We'll bring in Jeff Cobb, which, like, I have no problems with Jeff Cobb. Go ahead. Sure. But, like, why?
AEW, I will buy the next pay-per-view you put on that doesn't have Chris Jericho on the card.
I might. We'll see. You know.
Katie, spit or swallow.
So another thing from Collision, because it's just where I am now with my notes. We got a Hangman vignette. Yeah. Hangman was sitting in an empty house, drinking again. We saw flashbacks of Swerve breaking in and all the elite stuff when they like kicked him out, when they became dicks. The like framed picture of like the elite, like back when Cody was a part of it and everything. Like he didn't say anything, but like,
Do you think he's the wild card?
I think so, because what Mathematics Nickelback said, they're like, we're choosing the wild card, and this person is going to win the entire thing and bring us the rest of the gold, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
The only, like, they don't have many other friends who aren't already in the company and or against them, so it has to be Hangman.
Yeah.
No, like, I would be, but then they showed this, so now I don't know. He might still have his evil mustache. I don't know. We didn't get to see his face. It was just the back, but like you can see the tassels, and he was palm shaking, pouring his whiskey. But I miss Hangman. I'm kind of like Team Savannah on this one. Like I miss my cowboy.
I was a big fan of Hangman when AEW first started. He was one of those guys that they had that I was like, I can get behind him, and yeah, bring him back.
Bring him back.
All right, Swallow, Cruella de Rollins makes Damian an offer he can't refuse. He says, "You beat me, I'll never challenge for the title again as long as you hold that belt. But if I win, you got to do what I've been telling you to do, and you got to cut the Judgment Day fucking loose." Priest says that Judgment Day needs him more than he needs them, and he accepts. Then Gunther comes out, and he's like, "Hey, by the way, whoever wins, you still got to fucking fight me at SummerSlam." So, good luck.
Like, you, I'm still here. They were like, Rollins, which I love that everyone, as soon as he came out, was like, "Oh my god, Cruella de Vil, is that you?" Which, because it's 100% true. After they were done talking, I was like, "Oh my god, I forgot about Gunther." Like, I keep forgetting that like SummerSlam is like next after Money in the Bank, and like he gets a title opportunity. Yeah. Same thing with Nia. Like, I keep forgetting that happened because King and Queen of the Ring seems like so long ago at this point, even though it wasn't. So now it's like, what do you do? Do you have Seth win, have like a month reign, and then have Big Goon beat the first champion? Or do you just have him beat, the current champion, Priest? I mean, either way, it's going to be a damn good match.
I don't really want to see Seth Rollins take that belt back for a short run like that. And I do think we crown him, but yeah, no, swallowing that whole thing. Katie,
Matt,
bitter swallow.
I'm going to swallow the NXT title picture. A lot of people don't like this title picture for some reason. It's Trick. It's Javon Evans, was the number one contender, Ethan Page, and Shawn Spears. I knew after everything that happened last week that it was going to be a Fatal 4-Way. I would have been very disappointed if it was not a Fatal 4-Way. I like what they're doing with this. You have two people, Spears and Page, who have probably combined like 20 years in the business. And then you have Trick and Javon, who probably have combined maybe like 5, possibly 10 years experience. It's very interesting to look at it in that aspect. Plus, Trick has been a great champion, in my opinion. I love Trick. Javon is a very good upcoming star. He's like 20 years old, I think. He's very young. So you have those two. Already fantastic. Ethan Page, who came in red hot 2-3 weeks ago, or a month ago at this point. And then Shawn Spears, who we found out was like the culprit a few months back for all the mischievous messages and things. I like the idea of this title picture. Trick has a challenge now. It's not just a one-on-one. There shouldn't be really any outside interference. I mean, Shawn Spears, technically, not technically, like actually beat Trick on NXT. God, you scared me.
Woo.
But no, Spears beat Trick on Tuesday with the help possibly by Brooks, because I think that's who security was kind of trying to detain at the end of that match. I saw some curls, and it was a white boy, so I'm assuming.
Plus, they've done a really good job of keeping him off TV as if he doesn't still work for the company. So, like, keeping him masked and not, like, focusing on it. We're pretty sure it wasn't a enraged fan. They also went after commentary, which is what he keeps doing. He's going for, what's his nuts on commentary?
Vic Joseph. He came through the crowd the one day, or the 1 week, but like you could see his face briefly, and then they like cut away immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was on Tuesday, because Wesley was talking to Ofemi, the champion, and Wesley like stopped talking for a second. The crowd was like, "What the fuck is happening over there?" Because the crowd can't focus on anything.
Well, I mean, Ethan was never eliminated from the Battle Royal. He makes a good point. He did pin the number one contender, Javon Evans. Yep. He makes a good point. I don't know where the fuck Shawn Spears thinks he gets to be in this.
Hey, just let Shawn Spears, let him have a thing.
I'm just saying, like, he didn't do anything to qualify to be a number one contender to put himself in this.
He beat Trick.
And you know how
he was
I feel
about beat the final two, technically.
Yeah, but he got eliminated. He lost.
Too.
He actually got eliminated.
He actually did.
I'm not a fan of the beat the champion to get a shot at the champion thing, but yes, if you pin the champion, I suppose, whatever. Even though he didn't really do it cleanly. But yeah, no, Fatal 4-Way, cool. We haven't had Fatal. I mean, I don't remember the last NXT pay-per-view that had a Fatal 4-Way main event except for NXT Takeover Fatal 4-Way. Or maybe it was just NXT Fatal 4-Way.
Takeover Fatal 4-Way.
Was it Takeover?
It was a takeover, yeah. It was a whole, because that was the women. That was the 4 Horsewomen.
Yeah. I'm down. I've seen a lot of people shit on Trick's title run and complaining about the NXT champions, this and that, and blah, 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 and whatever. Like, Trick is fantastic. He is just suffering right now from not having, from everyone that was built to be a main eventer around him being called up and not really having anyone to feud with. So yeah, when you look at it, all of these guys are brand new, haven't done anything, are not established in NXT. If you're not watching AEW or, whatever, if you just started tuning into NXT, you might not be familiar with Shawn Spears and his history, or the fact that, HBK super kicked the fuck out of him one time. He did.
Stan that way.
Stan got kicked. Javon they strapped a rocket to him. Regardless of how you feel about him, he's been killing it. And then Ethan Page came in House of Fire, but again, brand new to NXT, got put right in that spot. So I can see why people feel the way they do about his title run, blah, 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 but also, like, let him cook. Like, let's see what happens. Like, every babyface champion, they're so hot to see him win the title, and as soon as he does, everyone's like, well, now what do we do with him?
Now the dog,
the
dog is got to go. It's like, shut up.
They got to win at some point. Team Firecrotch. I don't know how I feel. If it is a spit or a swallow, I'm going to spit the fact that our girls got jumped by Damage Control, even though they retained their titles in the tag team match. Because, like, We love us some Alba and Isla, right? We hate to see Damage Control being petty and coming out there and jumping the tag champs for shits and giggles. They won those belts fair and square in the stipulation of that match. You guys lost. It is what it is.
Yeah, Damage Control hasn't been champs for like a year. Like, why are you jumping the people who beat you for those titles? It's like, I mean, well, they like did, and then they got drafted, but regardless. Well, Io keeps saying Damage Control needs to change. Yeah. And now she's dressing like she did back in NXT heel days. So crazy shit's about to go down.
Crazy shit's about to go down. Trash cans are coming.
Can't wait.
I am all for a Damage Control as long as we don't take the belts off of our girls, the Unholy Union. Is that what they were called?
The Unholy Union. I will raise hell. Because they already got one title reign fucking ruined by Ronda Lousey's bitch ass. I can't give them a nice reign, please.
Something decent. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm spitting Karrion Kross. I don't know why.
You and Scarlett both.
I don't know why he feels the need to try and break up one of the nicest tag teams of all time, the New Day. I get it. I have been shouting from rooftops for fucking years that Xavier Woods needs his own title. I have been saying it for months. I have saying it for years. He won King of the Ring, and that was something he really wanted to do. And I was very happy for Xavier Woods. I don't like the fact that Karrion Kross thinks he can insert himself into a business that is not his and try and cause a feud, a rift between Kofi and Woods. If they break up after the three of them, Biggie included, even though he's not here, the three of them said they will never break up. And if they break up because of Karrion Kross's bitch ass, I will have a problem. Personally. And Karrion Kross has beat 7 former world champions, and I have also a problem with that. Just like.
I have never been of the New Day camp breakup ever camp. I have not. I was cool when Kofi went and won the title. I was cool when Big E went and won the title, and they decided to stay together. This and that. I kind of thought that Big E was going to turn heel or needed to turn heel after he won the belt because of the whole babyface issue. We never got that. That never came to fruition. He didn't turn on his boys. Everyone's happy, but right now, honestly, TC and our boys over at Young Kings Wrestling, where you guys can buy these beautiful shirts, talked about the booking. New Day's treading water. There's not a whole lot going on with them, and maybe them breaking up will allow them to go do some shit that they're not doing.
No. Don't break them up. Because you know exactly what's going to happen is they're not going to do anything with Xavier Woods.
They could. I mean, no, they should. They should. And if they break them up to do nothing with them or only to utilize Kofi and not, then no, it's a terrible idea. Don't do that. Let them just be the tag team. But again, they're not really doing anything with them now. I would like to see them both go on to do so. Like they've been doing this forever, right? New Day has been forever, it feels like.
10 years at least.
They've been strong. They've been real strong. They were holding records. They've been battling back and forth with the Usos for those records and all that.
It did not mute you.
It didn't mute me?
No.
Am I not muted right now?
No.
Hold on a second.
Probably because when you were fucking with your headphones earlier.
I know why.
Someone said, bless you. LOL. Yeah, it's muted now.
It's because it was using the audio from the headset and not from the microphone. I'm guessing I sound better now, too.
Yeah. I also can't hear myself anymore. Which was kind of
Ross.
being able to hear myself on your end.
So yeah, I'll have to listen back to that and see how shitty I sounded because I did not realize that it did that when I was fucking with all my shit. So that's,
I don't think you sounded
that's
shitty.
the whole thing.
I could just like hear
Less
myself more in the background than I normally do.
Yeah, no, that's why. So,
Yeah.
no, we'll see what happens. If it's a good story, it's a good story. I'm down. Just if you're gonna do it for a reason and utilize those guys. If you're not gonna utilize them, don't waste the time. But also spit Karrion Kross, like fuck Karrion Kross.
Literally. Like, what are you doing? Nothing. Let Scarlett just go way off on her own. Hello?
It's because I have to have these fucking plugged in now, and I can't just go anywhere.
Oh, I know exactly what you were fucking grabbing too.
Yeah. You know why?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
swallowing?
do. Because I was waiting for you to talk about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, my boy, the Don, Toni D'Angelo, retains the Heritage Cup against Nathan Frazier, who clearly doesn't give a fuck about Fraxium in any way, shape, or form.
No. He said, "Oh, yeah, I gotta go do some shit. Talk to you later."
I gotta do this. Oh, I lost this. Okay, yeah, we can focus on this tag test, but first, speed match.
Oh, I got a speed match. I gotta go.
Yeah, no, I gotta prep for
that.
my Twitter bullshit before I prep for our tag team title defense. So, like,
in a week. In a
Fraxium,
week.
Fraxium is coming to an end real quick.
What are you calling Fraxium?
Yes. Frazier and Fraxium. But yeah, no, the Don, Toni D'Angelo, still your Heritage Cup champion, baby.
Oh yeah, I'm very happy.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Clearly, I don't know what's happening with you. I don't know. Toni D'Angelo, after he lost one round, fired up. He said, "I'm not playing these goddamn games anymore." I love Toni D'Angelo. Also,
can't wait till he wins that NXT title.
True. I found out Luca Crusifino is from Pittsburgh. So
look at that. We got that Chicago-Pittsburgh connection.
Let's fucking go. Because I saw he had posted something. I wasn't following him, but he had a Pitt shirt on. I was like, okay. And I went and I looked and the location said Pittsburgh. I was like, let's go.
The Berg or the Bull? Which one is he supporting?
The what? What did you say?
The Berg or the Bull? Which one is the shirt supporting? Pittsburgh or Pit Bull?
Pittsburgh.
Okay, you never know.
Pitt is one of the colleges.
Maybe he really likes pit bulls.
He does not. Well, he might. I don't know.
I was like, wow, you really Googled this guy.
I did my research. No, I have no fucking idea. But I saw he was from Pittsburgh. I was like, hell yeah.
Actually, he hates pit bulls. He's a Rottweiler guy.
I said, actually, he did my research. He hates pit bulls. He probably has 2.
I mean, he's part of the family. If you're not right, anyway. Katie, spit or swallow?
Oh God, can't breathe. Okay, we haven't talked about it yet. I'm swallowing Bloodline shit that fucking happened. So first, Bloodline rolls up. Paul's like, Solo, where the fuck is Jacob? And Solo's like, I don't know. He's not here. And then they come out. They're
whoa. He's straight up. He's like, listen, you're the wise man. You told me he's too dangerous. You said for him not to be here. So he's not here tonight. Because if you're my wise man, I have to listen to you, right? And we're going to make it official tonight.
That was later in the night. I'm talking about the beginning. Oh, okay. That was mid SmackDown. No, I'm talking about the beginning of SmackDown. Because Paul, when they first roll up, he's like, where the fuck is Jacob at? Solo? Come on. Paul always got to say it like this. He's always pleading for his life. He definitely
is unshaven. He's not dyeing his hair. His eyes are bloodshot.
Yeah. Paul Heyman. Give him an Oscar, please. Bloodline rolls up. We think that we're going to get the Bloodline ceremony first. No. We got Cody Rhodes in a suit, Kevin Owens in joggers, and Randy Orton in shorts and knee pads, even though he didn't have... Or no, he did have a match, right? No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
So, Brandy, why the fuck you wearing knee pads? I got questions.
I can tell you why.
Shut up.
That's how you acknowledge your tribal chief.
Anyways, the Cody RKO, I don't know what the three of them combined would be. I don't know. They come up, brawl immediately ensues on SmackDown. Nick Aldis brings out security to stop Cody, Kevin, Randy. They said, "No, fuck this," ruin them all. Then police show up because they're mad at the garden. NYPD shows up. NYPD.
RK Rhodes?
What?
I don't know. I was like, Rhodes KO, RK Rhodes. I think RK Rhodes. We're going to go RK Rhodes.
I wrote it down. Yeah, so they finally go peacefully. They leave the building. And actually leave the building. Like, this is one of the first times, I think, where everyone's like, oh no, they're gone. And they don't come back. Well, Cody does, like, for shit, like, after SmackDown, but that's not here. Not here. Then, throughout the night, we're waiting. Then Solo tells Paul Heyman that Jacob's dangerous. He's not going to be here. You know, you're my wise man. And we're making that shit official tonight. Cut to the end of SmackDown. Solo, Tama, Toa Leona,
Bro.
Paul Heyman in the ring.
Tonga Loa.
I said
You said
Tama.
You said Toa Leona.
Oh, that's
different.
That is another Samoan in AEW who I've seen wrestle live. There are so many. God damn.
Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Solo Sikoa, the wise
Jacob
man Paul
Fatu.
Heyman.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob wasn't out there yet.
He comes out because Solo's a fucking liar. Lied straight to Paul Heyman's face.
Gave this man a whole fucking entrance and intro too.
Which I'm not mad at.
My enforcer, Jacob Fatu.
Like, get your Roman Reigns knockoff ass out of here with that shit. Get out, Solo.
He built a better bloodline. Just saying.
No, he built a stronger bloodline. Not a better one, a
Better
stronger
bloodline.
To be determined. But, you know, Solo's like, everyone is going to acknowledge me. So one by one, he calls him up. I acknowledge you, Solo. All three of them. Then Paul Heyman's turn. With the lay.
No, he looks at Paul Heyman. Paul is shitting his pants and crying and terrified, and there's no one to save him. And then, before making Paul Heyman acknowledge, because as soon as he heard that they were acknowledging Solo as the tribal chief, Paul's like, what the fuck is going on? This is not what we were acknowledging people were part of the bloodline. We were officially inducting folks into the bloodline. We were not, no, this is not what I signed up for. And then they pull out the black sack and the red hot chili pepper necklace.
Stop that. It's not a red hot chili pepper necklace.
It was red hot chili peppers. And the look on Paul Heyman's face, like the sacrilege, like you are asking this man to denounce his Lord and Savior,
Roman Reigns,
and pray to a new God.
Soul's good.
And he wants Paul to lay him. He wants to get laid by Paul Heyman, which who doesn't?
I was going to say who doesn't, but you did for me. Thank you. Well, once they take the lay out of the bag, Paul loses his shit. And he's like, where did you get that? How did you get that?
Roman ain't coming back.
No, see. Well, hey, take it. This is why, like, and I said this, Solo's been a liar for quite some time. He's like, last month, I talked to Roman. Paul's like, I haven't talked to Roman.
He did. He went to Roman's house. He had a nice talk with him. Roman ain't coming back, and he left with the chili peppers.
Anyways, hands him to Paul. Paul's like looking down. Solo's like, look at me when you're acknowledging me, which calm down. And Paul's like, I acknowledge that you are not my tribal chief. Crowd fucking erupts. Madison Square Garden blew the roof off that place. That was Paul's downfall. Because this man got thumbed. He got Samoan splashed by Jacob. He got put through a table.
With a shield bomb. With Roman's
with a
move.
Shield bomb. Also,
we're not. Listen, we are not calling that the shield bomb anymore. That is officially the tribal sacrifice.
The tribal sacrifice?
Yes. He's our tribal chief. That is the tribal sacrifice. And Paul Heyman.
He's whose tribal chief? Not mine.
Roman is our tribal chief.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
Okay.
his
Roman
move.
is. I thought you were talking about Solo. I was like, no.
He was our. Well, actually, Cody Rhodes is my tribal chief because he did throw Roman. It's neither here nor there. Anyway, he was our tribal chief. That was his move. His tribe. Now they're still doing it. It is the tribal sacrifice, and Paul got sacrificed to the new tribal chief, the man with the, because they laid him, they put it on him. He's there.
Yeah. I really was like, Jimmy, anybody go come out and like help Paul Heyman? No. Well, obviously Roman, for a multitude of reasons, is not coming back right now. Rightfully so. He's got other things to worry about. Fair. That's fine. The pop Roman will get when he does come back, it's going to be insane. The crowd was already chanting, "We want Roman." So, like...
What is Roman dealing with?
His dad passing?
Oh, yeah. That was a thing we talked about. Yes, correct. Sorry. I thought there was something like else going on.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Listen,
yeah, no,
Roman has
got...
some like stuff going on with himself that flares up every now and then. Then we're not talking herpes, and I wasn't sure if it came back for a little bit.
No, to my knowledge on that front, he's fine. He did. I mean, the day after that was announced, he did go visit children who were battling cancer in the hospital, and I was like, that's super adorable. But yeah, so we know Roman's not coming back for a minute. Possibly SummerSlam. That's where he did come back as, like, he dropped, that was when he did come back the first time, dropped the big dog, won the title, started the Reign of Terror. Like,
from my real tribal chief, mind you.
Yes. Stop patting him like that.
Interjected himself in a match he had no business being in. Neither here nor there.
Hey, his name was on the contract. The name says McMahon. Shane McMahon. Yeah, that whole thing. No, so we know it wasn't going to be Roman. I really thought possibly Jimmy. Jay, I don't expect to be brought in until like later because... Yeah.
Really, though, like... I'm good. Like, I love Paul Heyman. I do. Mm-hmm. You are stupid as fuck if you show up by yourself and you're not Roman Reigns in fucking Superman mode.
Well, yeah.
No, Jimmy has no... Listen, we love Jimmy. Jay has no fucking chance against those four. The two Tongans and the two Samoans. Jey Uso does not stand a chance. Jimmy Uso does not stand a chance against two Tongans and two Samoans.
But the Usos combined have a little bit of a chance.
Maybe against God. I don't know about Jacob and Solo, but maybe against God. Yeah, Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, no. Don't show up alone. Do not show up by yourself.
Well, yeah, but like it's Paul Heyman.
None of them even like Paul Heyman except for Roman.
It's not that they didn't like Paul Heyman. They didn't like that he was following Roman Reigns.
Paul Heyman was the one that delivered all the bad news. Bad news bears, Paul Heyman.
Was also the one trying to tell Jimmy and Jay and Kevin and all of these people, stay away from these Samoans and Tongans. Paul's looking out for the people that he cared about or kind of cares about. Him and Kevin's relationship is very weird, but like
Jacob Fatu ate Roman Reigns or Paul Heyman out right before that powerbomb, just like all up in there.
Paul's a bigger man. They were struggling to get him up.
Fair enough. I'm just saying that was an all-you-can-eat buffet, and he was face first in that shit.
Ew, stop.
That's what we do here, Katie. Yes, swallow all things that happen on SmackDown, Bloodline related. Because even though we love Paul Heyman and we're sad, it was entertaining as fuck.
But like, also a side spit, fuck Fox.
Yeah, well,
like I get it, but like really.
Triple H promised us that Netflix was going to be uncensored. Now, mind you, that doesn't mean I'm going to get what I want, or a lot of you other fucking perverts out there are going to get what you want. However, we might get the holy shits without the few fucks might fly.
Seth is going to come out and be like, my name is Seth fucking Rollins, and I'm going to lose my mind.
I saw this thing today, all right? And Fox, this is how I need WWE to treat you.
Okay.
It was it said no fucks given, and then underneath that it was a picture of a royal person, and it said, look upon my field of fucks and see with thine own eyes the land is barren. Like, we give no fucks. We're not, I think Fox is the one censoring, but like, let fuck them until October's right around the corner. Like, just do what you gotta do and take the fine.
Well, and I explained to Reek in the chat, like, Fox, like, SmackDown's not going to Netflix. Only Raw is. SmackDown's going to USA. But USA's better.
Shit fly. Yeah, it's better.
First episode of Chucky dropped the fuck, and I was like, whoa.
They dropped a few fucks in Chucky.
Well, yeah. But, like, I mean, once, like, that first episode hit, and I was like, oh, okay, we can do this. Then, yeah. But anyway, it'll be much better on Fox, and then CW got Netflix, so, like, things will get steamy down there because CW's some horny fuckers too, so. It's you.
Looking forward to it. All right. And also, because remember I talked about how NXT is like high school and everyone had their grades.
Yeah.
I mean, that 20-year-olds pretending to be in high school is like CW perfect, right?
Oh, 100%.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. Another one. I'm gargling. All right. I don't know how I feel about this. The odd couple pairing of MJF and Danny Garcia and then Will Osprey and that whole thing that happened. I have not given, again, look upon my field of fucks with thine own eyes and see that the land is barren. That's how I felt about Danny Garcia. I know a lot of people got into the dancing gimmick and have been behind him. I have not given a fuck about Danny Garcia for a while. He decided the last time I cared about Danny Garcia was when he was supposed to turn his back on Jericho and go join Daniel Bryan and then chose not to. And since then, not a fuck to give about Danny Garcia. Yeah, okay, the dancing thing's cute, but MJF gives a fuck about Danny. And Danny gives him props. He's like, listen, you gave me a shot at you. I appreciate that. But, like, it's weird that they're from the same place and they're so different people. Mm-hmm. Like, anyway, MJF puts Garcia over and says, listen, I want to give you another shot. And I'm going to give you that shot at All In. All right? Like, let's see if you can actually do it this time. You're not going to because I'm fucking MJF, but you could try again. Maybe, hometown boy, doing the good, benevolent MJF shit. I don't know how I feel about it, but I don't hate it because he still is MJF and he's on the mic and he's got all the passion and the fire and everything that he says. Then Will Osprey, for no fucking reason, decides to interject in this nice moment. And he comes down and he's like, listen, that's all good and great. How about, though, next week, this international title you've been talking about? How about I give you a shot at that? How about I give you a title shot? He's going to give you a pay-per-view match. That's cool. I'm going to give you a title shot because I see in you what he sees in me. And also, fuck MJF. So, and he's just sitting in the corner like, you son of a bitch. Like, how just stole his thunder. And Garcia didn't even get a chance to answer MJF about the match at All Out. And then he tries to because he already accepted the international title match because why the fuck wouldn't he? Right? Mm-hmm. And MJF's like, no. It's cool. You got a title match to focus on. Worry about that. And bails. Because now he's hurt. Right? Now he's been insulted.
Mhm.
And then on top of all of that, the man, what is it that our boy Wreak Havoc likes to say? The audacity, the temerity, the unmitigated gall of young William Osprey just snatching Swerve's belt out of his hands. Now, granted, yes, Swerve said, let's make this personal. And I did give William Osprey some shit last week for not
Mhm.
throwing hands when he dropped your wife and son's name.
Mhm.
So, not too mad at you coming back and being like, well, he said he wanted to make it personal about the belt. I'm going to take that motherfucking belt right out of his hand. What ensued afterwards was that he got dropped. He got, the drive, is it the drive-by? A house call.
When he kicked
Swerve
him in the
drive.
face?
Yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
house call. Yeah.
Mm.
Who?
Oh, I got something for you about that. An aftermath thing on Collision. So after all that shit happened on Dynamite, the weigh-in happened tonight. Now it was quick, it was painless. It literally wasn't as bad as the Cody Agogo thing by any means. Nana was standing there. Osprey came out, stripped down real quick, stood on the scale, 220.
Dick out on TNT?
Not dick out, but like you could see the imprint via the boxers.
Oh, so.
Yeah. And then Swerve came out, entourage in hand, but was wearing like, they looked very fuzzy, just like basketball type shorts. They looked like fuzzy. They looked like a blanket.
I love that these two basically cruiserweights are weighing in for the world heavyweight title like they have anything to worry about.
Well, it's to build it up. But
I understand.
You know,
just the point.
Swerve was not wearing a shirt, took his fur coat off, slipped off the shoes, 230. He's got 10 pounds on Osprey. Cool. Both put Will Osprey fully puts his clothes back on, Swerve puts his shoes on. They meet in the middle, pictures, whatever. And then, also, like, Kyle Fletcher came out in support of Will Osprey because, you know, Don Callis tried to be like, oh, Will Osprey, this is what you need to do. And he's like, fuck off. I told you I don't need you. But he asked Kyle to come out because him and Kyle are homies. So Kyle came out with him. Cool. So then Swerve and Osprey are standing there in the front for the pictures that the paparazzi, the photographers, are getting on the stage. And I can't remember who pushes who first, but like one pushes the other. Brawl basically ensues. Swerve's entire entourage is being held back by security. Kyle and Will are being held back by security. No. Yeah, Kyle and Will. And then Swerve's standing over here, holding his title. Osprey, full sprint, hits the fucking hidden blade, drops Swerve like a sack of potatoes. You wanted him to fight back. Like, that was a receipt from the house call, because that shit... If you look up anything, just look up the hidden blade that he hits, because holy fucking shit. Okay. And then he's holding both titles, standing over Swerve. Now, again, I don't think Will win. I think this is going to lead to the downfall, the decline of Osprey after this. But, like, I have no theory about all that. That was cool. That was definitely, like, if you wanted to, like, think about buying a pay-per-view, which I'm not, that's a way to sell it.
Listen, again, if you had not put Jericho on this, between the Swerve Osprey stuff and the Toni Mina stuff with Mariah, you guys are putting on a pay-per-view worth buying. You also added a bunch of shit that you didn't need to, and we did bitch about Swerve versus Will, two AEW guys on a Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
Well, they gave us Forbidden Door shit. My God. But it's all, like, happening on the 0 hour, so, like, does it really count?
Shout out to TC. It's Googleable. I had to look up. I was like, I'm going to make a joke, right? They're in the UK. So instead of moose knuckle, it's elk knuckle, right? But elk are actually found in the North America and moose are found everywhere, including the UK. Elk are actually Asia and North America, and moose are everywhere. So it's still moose knuckle. So it's not elk knuckle. Neither here nor there. I feel like elk feels British.
You ever seen like a moose just like in the wild?
No. I don't live in Canada.
I wasn't in Canada when I saw a moose. I
Where the fuck did you see a moose?
I was in New Hampshire, Vermont, one of the two.
That's basically Canada.
Huge. Oh my god. I was scared. I was like, this thing's gonna hit the car. We're gonna die. They're like 12 feet tall.
Wisconsin's lower Canada. Like, once you get up in the Vermont area, you're basically in Canada. Like, that's just anyway. No, they are fucking. I'm sure they are fucking huge, like ridiculous.
Scary.
And you're tiny, so.
I am 5'2.5".
Yeah, you're tiny.
I keep shrinking.
And I'm not tall. Apparently everyone thought I was fucking taller than I was. Melissa's like, I thought you were like 5'11". I'm like, no, the fuck I'm not.
No, you're. I think you're the height I kind of thought you would be when I met you.
So apparently I have a big presence.
Okay.
I guess. But one thing we didn't talk about in news and rumors, and I'm kind of sad you didn't bring up, but it popped into my head. Ladies and gentlemen, one Paul Triple H Levesque confirmed something that I have been saying, that my boy Will Gray has been saying, and that is that WWE is not a sport, ladies and gentlemen. It is not a sport. From the man who's running the show, it is not a sport. It is a TV show about wrestling. Katie, how long have I been saying that it's a TV show about wrestling?
Too long.
Too long. And I love getting confirmation. I love the guy running the show. Because, like, yeah, no, it's fuck Vince all day, every day. But even Vince said we make movies, and I argued that point. I'm like, it's not, I mean, you do make movies, WWE films. Like, we watched a bunch of them. Barricade sucks. But, like, you make movies, but, like, this is not a movie. This is a TV show. You make a TV show. Say you make a TV show. And they do. They make a TV show. They make a TV show about wrestling, but it is not a fucking sport. And I've been trying to tell you guys that. That doesn't mean that they're not athletes. It just means that it's not a sport.
I didn't include it in news and rumors because I didn't care. I'm not a part of this.
Stroke my ego when I'm right.
No.
We're on this show. Anyway.
No, because you and TC were just arguing back and forth, and I was like, I'm just trying to drive home, and you guys are blowing up my chat.
Listen, I've been fighting everybody in the calf. I was fighting Vince and Just about what was considered Chicago. I won that fight.
Yeah, which was the fight I had. Don't tell me. No, gross. No. Put that away.
He's always saying that because it's TC. If it was anyone else, he'd be on their side. But because
that's
TC,
true.
He's on my side.
He's got beef. Does he still have beef with TC? Is that still like on site?
Listen, Travis has beef forever. Travis doesn't drop beef. All right. Once there is beef, there's always beef.
Whatever. But like, no, with the fucking Chicago argument, like, I was right because you proved my point.
I did.
Because Vince was like, it's the same thing. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh are not the same fucking thing in any way, shape, or form. Vicente. Anyway.
Katie, spit or swallow?
Oh, I guess that is my turn. I'm gonna swallow Jada Parker, Michin, the on-site beef, the on-site energy the two of them have now. Well, they have had for a while, but now it's official. Like, OC took out OTM, and Jada and Mia. I call her both. Michin were.
Michin.
Yeah. They were. No, they were scrapping, and then Jada takes the mic away, or like they're about to cut back to commentary from a backstage thing, and Jada's like, "Hold the fuck up." And said she wants a street fight with Michin next week, which, have you seen Michin in street fights? That's like her thing.
But also, hey, Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker. I say it every time. It's fun. But that's gonna be so fun to watch next week. Like, I kind of wish they would put it on Heatwave just for shits and gigs, but I'll take it on NXT, just normal TV. Who knows? We'll probably get like some type of, make it a 6-person tag on Heatwave, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how the street fight goes. But I love the energy the two of them bring.
I've got 2, maybe 3 things left, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I'm going to wrap all of this into one. So
Okay.
this might take a few things off your list. Swallowing Money in the Bank qualifiers. So first and foremost, over on Raw, my girl Lyra Valkyria qualifies for the Money in the Bank.
Bird in the bank.
Love that for Lyra. Also, I saw a little like promo package, I think on Twitter or something for her, where it was like showing her rise from like the indies and stuff, and then like her finally winning. And I don't know if it was a promo package, it might have just been pictures. It was something, but I saw something for like young Lyra moving all the way up and then the win.
Yeah.
Also, out of nowhere, Tiffany Stratton, who everyone was excited for, qualifies over Jade Cargill because Indy Hartwell takes Jade out, leaving Tiffany to defeat Candice LeRae while Bianca and Indy have issues. Nia's down there supporting Tiffany Stratton because, you know, they have their BFF thing going on.
Yeah.
We also have Naomi and an Xbox controller fucking gear, which was dope as fuck. I know Travis is not going to love that because he's all PS5, but it looked dope as shit, and she qualified. So now we've got Naomi, Bianca, Lyra, Tiffany.
Bianca's not in the match.
I thought Bianca qualified last week.
Mm-mm. No, Chelsea won their qualifier.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was there. So
you were literally there in person, Matt. I just
Tiffany, Chelsea, Lyra, and Naomi qualified for the Women's Money in the Bank.
Well, yeah, Chelsea was last week, but the three.
I'm just saying, right now in the women's. Over on the men's side, we had a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier that LA Knight. So, like, Just, I kind of wish you were here since Vince didn't show up, because how am I supposed to talk about two people from the NBA? I have no idea who the fuck they are or who they play for. I think one of them played for Indiana. Yeah,
One's
Indiana.
the
That's the Pacers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good pace there. Then the other ones, wherever the fuck they were.
New York.
One NBAer
Knicks,
stopped another
probably.
NBAer from giving Logan the knucks, and Ellie advances and then grabs a chair and backs up Knight. That's what my notes say, because I expected Vince to fill in the blanks, and Vince is not here.
Yeah, I don't.
That means nothing to me. I don't know which one was which.
Tyler was the one that came out, the taller one that came out with Logan Paul.
So he's the one that has bad taste in white men. Okay.
Yes. And so he's the one that tried to give Logan Paul the brass knucks, and Bronson from the New York Knicks hopped over the barricade, stopped that shit from happening, and then the face-off was what?
I'm not.
Oh, we froze.
Shit, pick up chairs and everything. At least Tyler was invited. He came out in the entrance. Like, I'm just saying, security, this extra security we're supposed to have for the Wyatt Six is not living up to extra security. Oh, I'm back now. That's me now.
Yeah, you're back now. You're just very fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy?
Yeah, and delayed.
Fuck. All right, well, good thing we're almost done. I was just saying that one got invited out and one just jumped the fucking barricade. So,
yeah.
Where's all the security for the Wyatt Six that's supposed to be holding shit down? Nowhere to be seen.
Trying to prevent a Wyatt Six attack from happening, but it has yet to happen on SmackDown.
Fair. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm going to take that off. I'm going to swallow Cheetah and Deonna Purrazzo having their Owen Cup match on Collision tonight. Very good match. Very nice. Cheetah did beat Deonna, and then Deonna, obviously upset, started to beat the shit out of Cheetah, but then Thunder Rosa came out, support Cheetah, so obviously the feud between Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo is not done. So what will that lead to next? I don't fucking know, because it's Tony Khan, so who actually knows? But now everyone is advanced to their first round, except for the women, Mariah May versus Noodle Neck Saraya on Forbidden Door, and Jeff Jarrett versus the Wild Card next week, I think, because I don't think it's happening at Owen. Bless you twice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because I don't think that's happening at Forbidden Door. So we're it's shaping up. The cup is lining up slowly.
Spitting Jeff Jarrett being in a fucking anyway.
Yeah.
My last thing, NXT swallowing Roxanne getting the win over Carmen Petrovich. Lola coming out, back fist. We talked about the fucking house call. That back fist that Roxanne took from Lola. God damn. I think she woke up thinking she was still ROH champion. She got hit so hard because she left and there was no belt. Lola went and took some pictures with it, then dropped it off at Ava's office, and Ava's like, yeah, you know, she left it here. And Roxanne's like, this is bullshit. I fucking hate this. You're all out to get me. And she goes, yeah, speaking of that, you got a match with Lola at Heatwave. So have fun with that. And Roxanne is not happy. And I did not call her Cora Jade once, and I'm very proud of myself.
I'm very proud of you as well. You're also frozen, but I can still hear you, so that also doesn't make any sense.
Great. Good thing it's over.
That. Good thing it's basically over. But yeah, no, I also had that on my notes because, yeah, I'm glad Carmen's getting some TV time, and then you know your sophomores, your high school sophomores, as you call them, or no, your seniors, Fallon, JC, Jasmine Nix is definitely not a senior. She's just the freshman that's hanging out with the seniors. They're all like, we need to stop. Like they're plotting. It's literally a high school movie. Like they're plotting something. So I don't fucking know. But no,
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, Katie, your last spit or swallow.
I don't even have left. Do I have? Oh, I'm on NXT. I'm gargling the tag team turmoil match that they had because you only had 2 teams that were actually from NXT. And whatever the fuck is going on with Chase U and like why Ridge Holland is cheating, but like Duke is the only one noticing what's happening, and it's weird. I don't like it. But like Chase, you got a title opportunity, so that's kind of cool. And I'm glad an NXT team won.
I'm back out on Chase U. I'm back out on Chase U. Like they've lost me.
I mean, it's a choice. Like that have Ridge be a part of it. I personally wouldn't have done that, but that's just me.
All right. Katie, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
I mean, SmackDown was kind of fucking batshit crazy, but like
it was SmackDown.
Everything was. But like Fox ruined it.
I know, but still.
Like I would fully like be happy saying SmackDown if Fox wasn't a bunch of bitches and ruined the show. But yeah, it's SmackDown.
It's SmackDown, despite all of the technical difficulties and the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Katie. With all that said, please tell everyone where they can find you. Am I still frozen?
No, you're not frozen. You're just still delayed for some reason.
Okay, well, tell everyone where they can find you.
You can follow me on Twitter, KatieWrestling13. The link tree in my bio to take all things She Elite Showcase. Twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase and YouTube.com/She Elite Showcase. Either myself or myself and Matt, or maybe myself and Reek, depending on if Matt's answer. At Wednesday night, She Elite Showcase, because I'm not trying to do a show on the 4th of July, and I also work. It's like I'm not trying to do all that shit. So Wednesday night, She Elite Showcase. There's also a new YouTube video out where I ranked every single Money in the Bank winner starting from 2005 to last year. I was very proud of that video. Go like it. Go tell me your rankings if you agree with mine, because I have a feeling some people won't, and I kind of want to argue with people about it. So, what are you doing?
I just, the thing saying that my internet's all wonky went away, and I figured I'm good now.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that's the thing. I was on the latest episode of Apron Bump. You can go check that out. WWF In Your House 12, It's Time. Squeaky boots and all. Because, Jesus Christ.
It was a good time.
It was funny. Am I doing anything else? Have I done anything else?
Go watch Sugar Trivia.
Yeah, go watch Sugar Trivia. See who's joining me in the finals in December.
YouTube.com/Creation World. Getting Off Trick or Trivia 2. Go check it out. You guys can follow me at Matt Ridders, MATTRDDR on Twitter, also at Getting Off, which we just talked about. Getting Off is for your horror content, Matt Ridders for your wrestling content, and everywhere else on socials, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Smackin It Raw. For Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe, I am the patron saint. There we go. For Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe, I'm the patron saint of podcast and word Matt Ritter. Not due to technical difficulties, just the thing we're doing now. No more post shows, at least not live. If any of that changes, we'll get back to you. But this has been your #1 wrestling podcast on places where you can find people having sex on the internet.